Look at that. We're on our way from the Narrows to McDermitt. And yes, we were a little surprised when the pavement on the highway ended. We didn't find that information out anywhere, but it's only 16 miles. And look how smooth it is. It was just a little shocking.
Yeah.
You can see Rusty doesn't care whatsoever. So, yeah, we have just over 100 miles to go, and we will be in McDermitt, Oregon, and McDermitt, Nevada. Greetings. We have an absolutely gorgeous morning here in McDermitt, Oregon. McDermitt is a town right on the border of Nevada and Oregon. And actually more of the town is in Nevada, but I happen to be on the Oregon side. But if you see that school behind me, that school that's in Nevada. We get to be here for a couple of days as we continue our tour of the southeastern Oregon area. Right out of McDermitt, you follow the border on this road for just a few miles, and then we'll turn off, and looks like we'll head up into the hills up that way. And guess who's excited to go the most? Look at that intensity. The Rockhound himself, but one-eyed rock digging monster Rusty. He's not paying attention to me. He's intent on the road. He's like, where are those rocks? Isn't that right, Russ? So we are just 5 miles out of town. No, 4 miles out of town. 4 miles out of town. Okay, we've come to our first marker in the road. And up there to the right is the orange agate, according to what the map says. And over that way to the left is, I can see some diggings up there, Saginite. So we're gonna go to the first road, which is before. To the right, we have come not quite 4 miles on a nice road. Hi, bud. So Ruth's over there, and we've been kind of hunting along here, just kind of getting an idea. She went right over the edge there and said she found a bunch of orange, so we're going there. But I gotta tell you, I don't know what it looks like, but if it looks anything like this right here, we come to these places, we don't know what we're looking for, but look at that. We'll go see what Ruth found. It's pretty much everywhere, Ruth?
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
What do you take?
Yeah, I was looking down this pit, and this one here looks like a log, and it very well could be a log that's been completely replaced by chalcedony, because I do see some grain type patterns in it. If that's so, that's like the largest limb cast I have ever seen, and I would say it weighs a good 20 pounds. We'll weigh it later, but I'm going to take that one as an individual specimen just because it's the nice shape of a log. I'm not going to take it for lapidary purposes, but I could see polishing up the end there, putting a base on it, and having it be a beautiful display piece. What do you think, Russ? When I think of limb casts, I think of my buddy Rob Jordan and his wife Laura. And hey, Rob, check this limb cast out. That's different. That's cool. Oh yeah. We are about done collecting our orange. I've got several really nice looking pieces. Looking for the stuff. Some of this has quite a bit of opal-like in it, and it tends to be a little more fractured. And so Ruth's not done yet. She's looking for that perfect piece. She's looking for, well, it looks like she's got 2 perfect pieces there. So that should finish this up. I'll take a few minutes down here and look at the ground, which, just to show you, this is all that orange chalcedony. Every bit of it. But you can see on the surface how it's fractured, and you can see how some of it has a lot of common opal. in it, on it, or around it, which is just white, not real pretty. So I'll find a few smaller pieces that would make really nice specimens where I can just polish one side or another. That one looks pretty solid. Now it's got a fracture there and a fracture going through there, sitting on the top. So I don't know, we're just learning, figuring this out. And oh, I thought it was a little piece. Let's see what this one looks like right here. I really like the white mixed in. It gives a real good contrast, but you can see that one's falling apart, but that one's not, so I'll keep that one. It's another nice looking deep orange right here. Little piece. Cut a face on that. That'd make a nice little specimen for the rock shop. You huffing and puffing there?
Yeah.
She hauled her yard rock up. She decided to go a little bit smaller this time on a yard rock. And yeah, that's got all kinds of stuff in it right in there. And that is pretty. I don't know, it doesn't look very fractured. You might lose it to the saw.
Maybe, huh?
Uh-huh. And there's another piece. Now that one looks, who knows?
Yeah.
I hit a couple of these and they just disintegrated.
That one was...
It's got good pattern in it. Oh, there's a solid chunker there, and I see nothing in this area that says it's fractured, so that's a good one.
This you picked.
I picked that one. She hauled. Oh, yeah, because it's got those botryoidal formations even stacking on top of each other in there. So once that is cleaned out, it could be just gorgeous. Oh, we'll see. Put it in the bag. All right, we're at our next spot, an area for bog agate according to the map, and we are just we were just right at the little hill there where that's where we were hunting just now for the orange, and so we're up here, and this is looking due west. Those I believe are the Steens Mountains, or at least the southern end of the Steens Mountains. We don't know what bog agate is supposed to look like, so we really don't know what we're looking for. So we're just gonna pick up rocks and look at it. There's a rock. Oh, that's different. I'll take a chip out of that and see here. Well, I don't know if it would be pretty or not. It kind of doesn't look that pretty. Maybe that's not it. We'll keep looking. Well, we found some diggings, and Ruth's digging down to see what she can find down here. If this is bog agate, it's very pretty. It's got white and what color? Gold, orange, gray, blue?
Yeah, orange.
Orange and white, but very distinct. The problem is a lot of the stuff we picked up here on the surface just breaks in our hands. So she's looking for something that's a little more stable. Is that a bumblebee, Russ? Did you see the bumblebee? You want to come here and dig for me, Russ? Dig down here. Let's see what's down there. That's the hole that Rusty was digging in, and he decided he wasn't getting enough rocks, I guess. Is that what it is, Russ? And he decided where he dug out is a nice and smooth bed. So how am I supposed to find stuff in there, Russ? Huh? We're amidst all these little, I don't know what they are, kind of a wildflowers, but the bees love it. There's some huge carpenter bees. Saw some bumblebees earlier. Pretty cool.
Trying to get it out.
Found a neat looking piece and you just tried to get it out.
It feels like a strong piece.
Solid piece.
Solid piece.
Yeah, everything I was hitting was just breaking into bits. Did you get it?
Hey, it's even got some agate in it, I think.
Sweet. You found the treasure?
It's kind of...
Let's see. Oh, look at that. Almost like a seam.
And it's...
Hard.
But, I mean, not all of it, but most of it is, compared to the other.
Hey, good.
We'll try it.
Something to work with, and look at the shape.
Yeah,
It's perfect. Perfect for my little saw. Take some slabs and make some cabs. That's what we do. Oh, when you get wet, it looks different. Check it out, Ruth. When you get it wet,
Wow,
it comes alive.
it does.
So that's what it should look like when it's polished. So hopefully with the samples we've got, we can get some good idea. They call this bog agate, or at least this is the area you're supposed to find bog agate. So next, we'll head over that way and head up a hill to find some, what was that stuff called?
Don't remember.
Saginite. Saginite. What a beautiful day, huh? We're at the location on the map that says Saginite tailings. We've got an area here that's obviously been mined, and perhaps they were looking for Saginite agate. It looks to me like we'll be looking for probably some smaller specimens or specimens that are connected to other rocks. Rusty the Rockhound, find me some Saginite. What do we got? Oh yeah! Let's get it up here. That little piece is all Saginite agate. That is a nice piece. Nicest piece I found. Woo! How you doing up there? Oh, she's got a handful of little guys. You didn't bring your pouch?
No, I was only gonna get a couple.
Okay, you got a couple. I see something glowing there. It kind of looks like a little bit of a little tiny desert rose. I'll have to get a close-up of that one because that's a really good thumbnail right there. It's got blades. I'm gonna have to put in my pocket because it's gonna. Oh, look, there's another one right next to it. These are cool little mini specimens. Oh, here, look. Here's one right there. I can tell now that I'm getting the eye for it. Yeah. Look at that one. Yeah, I know. These are just little specimens, but they'll be great specimens for my rock shop. And I'm going to be putting together some little micros, setting up a microscope, a little inexpensive video microscope in my rock shop so the kids can go through the little boxes and put them under the microscope. At least that's my plan. She says she has something stuck in a rock. Hey, you know what this place would be neat for, babe? This would be a blast to bring the grandkids to. Just don't tell their parents, right?
The whole time they'd be saying, "Are we there yet?"
Yeah, but still, little kids can find stuff. Oh, look it. She's got some stuff down
It's
in
all
here.
down in there.
But it's stuck on it?
Yeah.
Let me see. Oh, that one's not.
I just didn't have my hammer.
Oh, I see.
Look at that little.
It's very detailed. There's not more right here, right?
Well, this, look, do you see like that thing right there?
Oh, it's a big one. If you've ever wondered what a pick is good for, this is it for loading. That is a solid piece of agate, Ruth. I chipped a piece of it off, but look what's left.
Look what's there.
I'm gonna have to get a chisel, I think.
Look at the detail inside here. Spray it. Because this is probably what you hunt for here.
This is it. There's the Saginite. All right, I wonder if we can get a big enough piece to make a necklace. All right, I'll go get a chisel and see if we can work around that, because something's coming. Hey, that was right on a piece of rock. That is nice. I'd have no idea if there's more under it. I think it's just the rock, but that's really cool. One more piece I might try to get off there. Let's see if this will come out. Oh, look, there might be more underneath it. No, I think that's just the host rock. And here's that piece that looked to me like it was a log. I don't know if it is a log. I can't tell yet, but if it is, I mean, it does have some, you can definitely see some grain in there going this way. Definitely some grain formations that way, so it could be that it's been replaced completely by chalcedony, this orange stuff, and get an idea of the color after it's cleaned up. A little bit wet. I'll go weigh this thing and I'll put the weight amount right there, because I can tell it's heavier than most pieces of rock. I said I was gonna grind one of these ends and polish it, but I decided I'm not ready to do that yet, because I'm not sure what to do with this piece. It's definitely bigger than I can cut, but it's also definitely cool in its color. Looking closer, you can see there are some fractures in here, probably freezing, thawing fractures, and I would say that it was probably sitting like that because the majority of the fractures are right up here, which would be the top. But it's still solid as can be, and there you can see. I label them because, yeah, I know it's orange, but I want to make sure I know exactly where it came from. I'm going to cut a few of those smaller pieces open, but before I do, I wanted to show you this piece that's got that interesting formation, like almost like a little vug here. Very interesting. And I don't know if it went that way or maybe it went that way, and you got all those little stalactites in there and the little botryoidals over there, but it's really neat. And then this side, it's like it's glazed over with a botryoidal chalcedony of some kind, and I just think that's really unique. I'll go cut a couple of smaller pieces and show them to you when I'm done. And here's some small pieces of the orange that I cut, and just as I kind of figured, they didn't like to stay together, but they are quite pretty on the inside. Took a slab kind of off of that one. Here's the big chunk. You can see that one has a fracture right through the middle, but it definitely has some pretty pattern in there. And here's another little piece that actually was one piece, became two pieces, but look at this one. And it looks like there'd be enough in there for a cab, maybe another small cab or some tumbling pieces. But yeah, this has got some lines in it. There again, I don't know if this is petrified wood, but it sure has some of the appearances of petrified wood. So I like that a lot. There again, those are just small pieces. So hopefully in the bigger pieces, I can get some good stuff. Now, bog. Not even sure what bog is, but if this is bog, I'm not that interested. Because, number one, I cut into it and yeah, it's not very pretty. Interesting, yes, probably interesting specimen. I just took this chunk right off of that end of that bigger one. But the second reason I'm not interested in this stuff, you can see banding in there. See that banding in there? Doesn't make it pretty, but this stuff is really hard. It worked my little saw. This is a piece that will not be cut again until I have a big slab saw that does an auto feed with oil, and because that thing took me forever to cut. Another piece of bog, I don't even remember this one. Oh, let's see if it's falling apart. This guy right here. That one that I think Ruth found this one. I cut a chunk off the end, and it didn't stay together. It fractured into three pieces, but look at that. That one cut a whole lot easier, at least 3 times easier. I know it's a smaller piece, but it was definitely not as hard. And it's very opaque. There's almost no translucency, definitely more like a jasper. But the colors in there, that is really nice. Here's some close-ups of some of these cut pieces. Here's some of the Saginite pieces.